Shorthand, English, high speed, 200 words per minute, trial dictation. "15 seconds left, 10 seconds left, 5 seconds left, begin." Speaking on the supplementary budget, an honourable member said, "Mr. Speaker, sir, this year's supplementary budget discussion is lively and I thank you for the opportunity to say a few words on the floor of the House. It is well known that a man is judged not by what he plans but by the success that he achieves. In the same manner, I am very happy about the achievements of the Agriculture Department in the last few years. A large number of procurement centres have been opened in the districts. This would go a long way in helping the farmers get reasonable returns on their investment. Secondly, the prices of fertilizers have been brought down. This is a matter of great satisfaction. Thirdly, the monsoon has been good all these years and there is no reason why we should not have a bumper crop this year. At the same time, we should bear in mind that storage facilities have been suitably increased as far as possible. In other words, the work done by the government in this regard is quite satisfactory. Coming to the subject of industries, I am glad to note that foreign direct investment in our country has increased by 20% in the last 1 year." Shorthand, English, high speed, 200 words per minute. Code number of question paper 520. 520. 520. The following passage is to be recorded in shorthand and transcribed into longhand verbatim. 10 marks are reserved for shorthand performance. Handwriting during transcription should be legible and sufficient space should be left between lines. Be ready. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Begin. Delivering his address to members of Parliament, the Honourable President said, "I am happy to address you on the occasion of the Constitution Day. I am sorry that I could not meet you in person due to the recent pandemic. This day marks the anniversary of the adoption of our Constitution. We know that our friends in the judiciary have been celebrating this day as the National Law Day for the past few years. It is a matter of satisfaction that a few years ago the government declared this day as Constitution Day to honor the great leader Dr. Ambedkar. I have great pleasure in taking part in this celebration and in addressing all of you today. We have had many great leaders during our freedom struggle. It is a matter of great satisfaction that most of these leaders were at the same time experts in the field of law. In the light of the above, our country had a great advantage when they were involved in drafting a new constitution for the country. It has to be borne in mind that these leaders had travelled throughout the length and breadth of the country during the freedom struggle, so they were able to fully know the trials and tribulations of the poor people. You will agree that the collective opinion thus gathered by them became the basis of our Constitution. Moreover, these great leaders were very well aware of the fact that they were writing this document on behalf of the people at large. It is therefore no surprise that even though a large portion of the population was uneducated and poor, the collective opinion of the people got reflected in our Constitution. As a matter of fact, our leaders were much concerned that the Constituent Assembly should be formed in a democratic manner. All efforts were therefore taken to ensure that it had representation from all over the country. You will be surprised to know that in spite of the fact that many women were not educated in those days, the Assembly had a fair representation of women members. On this occasion, I hope you will be able to imagine the mood of the people of the country at the time of independence. I believe you will appreciate the feelings of those people who were till then under foreign rule. All over the country, people were eagerly awaiting a bright future. In the circumstances, it was quite natural that these people looked up to the freedom fighters to help them get a constitution constitution which would give them equal opportunities and progress. In this connection, it is my duty to bring to your kind attention another aspect of the matter. You will be surprised that despite low literacy at that time, people from all over the country took great interest in the debates of the Constituent Assembly. You will be glad to know that over 50,000 people witnessed the proceedings from the visitors gallery. Such was the interest the people showed in the framing of our constitution in those days. It is therefore necessary for us to remember that our constitution is a people's document in the real sense. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the people of this country for the faith that they have reposed in this document. At the same time, it is also my duty to thank our judiciary for upholding the basic structure of our constitution all these years. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all aware that our constitution is the lengthiest one in the world. At the same time, it is our duty to bear in mind that in spite of its size, the provisions in it were well thought out. It may not be out of place for me to mention here that due to this fact, it has very well withstood the test of time. I believe that this is the best occasion for us to thank the leaders who made this constitution. You will agree that the spirit of the entire text is exactly reflected in the short preamble. I would like to bring to your attention the fact that our constitution reflects our basic values and the dream of our leaders besides the hopes and aspirations of the people. It is therefore necessary that each one of us should remember that justice, liberty and equality should be the core values of the country. In the light of the above, I think it is my duty to point out what needs to be done in the next few years. The task before us at the present time is to translate these ideals into actions in the years to come. I believe that the judiciary has an important and very great role to play in this regard. It is therefore necessary that our judicial system is able to ensure social, economic, and political justice for our people. In this connection, we have to bear in mind that the idea of justice is relevant only if people have access to it. I hope and trust that the schemes for providing free legal aid for the poor people will go a long way in securing such access to the poor people at large. As a matter of fact, I would like to bring to your kind attention the fact that I was able to provide free legal aid to the needy people when I served as an advocate. On this occasion, it is my firm belief that developments in information technology and use of regional languages in courts would go a long way in taking justice closer to the people. I am happy to see that a large number of such initiatives have been taken in this regard in the last few years. I hope and trust that more efforts will be made in the years to come. With these words, I would like to conclude thanking our judiciary once again for upholding the high ideals of our Constitution.